Welcome along, everybody. Good evening. My name is Casper. Glad to have you all along with us at an absolutely sopping wet Singapore Marina Bay circuit. This is round 7 of the ERC 100, as we just see MCL in the AlphaTauri going on circuit. And I'm not the only one here, of course. I'm here along with Angelo, just as we see Nathan McIntyre retiring from the session within the first minute.
Indeed. We've just seen that. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well. And let's hope that EA is going to be a bit kinder to us this evening.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, definitely. For those of you that aren't fully aware, if you weren't watching the main channel 24 hours ago, which, why weren't you? You should be. For the manager's race, what had happened was there was a glitch in the lobby of some sort. We're not fully sure what exactly happened. But it started with us getting kicked out as commentators, and then we weren't. And then what had happened, according to drivers, was the losing the back end there. Good run through there, to be fair, for MCL.
Yes, I was on board with him.
Yeah, it was a good run. That was what happened was the whole track was still under full course yellow even after the safety car was pulled out, so nobody could really overtake. So there was some sort of glitch, some sort of problem, and the decision by the stewarding team was that the race results will be taken from the lap where the safety car went in, which is, I think, about lap 14.
Yep, indeed.
So
13, 14.
That's where the results are going to be taken from. The full results haven't been published yet, just because the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, MCL has retired. Oh, no.
Again, for MCL, it's pretty standard for him to qualify at the back, start at the back, and go up from there. We've seen it quite a few times before. I'm thinking Silverstone last season as well. He's done that before. But the full results haven't been published. They should be published over the next day or two. And I'm sure the Masters crew will bring you up to date with that. In the meantime, we've got a couple of laps starting with Steele and Gary Bluntblade as Steele goes into turn 1. There we are. And I'd just like to fully say to Angelo, the reason that I had to run out just before we start the stream was because I bought myself a pint for tonight. Got myself a cider.
Cider. Oh,
yes.
That's... Alright,
what?
I understand.
Okay, I'm not sure what you were thinking about that. Thinking about when I mentioned cider, but...
Oh, no, it's fine. I understand why you just said, oh yeah, I'll be back in a minute. You just left. I understand now. No, it's fine,
I bought it earlier today and it was in the fridge, keeping cool, and now it's relatively chilled, ready to go. Hello, rookie. Glad to have you along with us.
And the other guy.
Wow, put something on Angelo's name, damn. Wow, okay. We need to get your face out there.
You too. Huh?
We need to get yourself out there, man.
At some point, we'll have, I guess, probably. Yeah, I do need to be a bit more active.
Put your face on the socials, you'll be fine.
Oh, damn.
Right, first qualifying lap is coming across now. Gary Bluntblade is 46-1. Now, not the result that Gary would have wanted last night. Didn't really finish as high as he would have anticipated, but still a top 10 result is not bad for the Mercedes, at least provisionally. As we see the Biscuits factory coming through the final chicane. Steele's got a 45.7, but the McLaren comes across the line. What time will McVitie's put in? It's a 46.9, so the slowest of the three. But we've got plenty more time coming in.
Still got time to improve. It's a good lap. It's a good lap. Decent.
This is not, however. Love you, Bird, but a 202 will not get you anywhere near that front row. So you're definitely going to want to go again, I think.
He was sitting by watching the others first.
Maybe, just maybe. But Mystery Machine and an Aston Martin tonight is coming down into the chicane as well. Here comes Shaggy. Through that chicane and up to the final couple of corners.
Stuck on wet tyres. Interesting. Oh, it does seem to be wetter though. Look at the rain.
It does seem to be getting a little bit more severe, pardon me.
Well, track lights outside.
Hello, Nathan. Yeah, we're playing. Can't get my words. We're praying for no lobby issues this time as well.
Indeed.
I mean, to be fair, right? What happened last night was pretty funny. I will admit. As long as it doesn't happen too often, I'm alright.
At this point, I believe EA has some sort of vendetta against us at the moment, but let's see how this goes today. Hopefully not.
I think they've got. Mate, I think they've got a vendetta against me when I was trying.
Oh, me as well, by the way. Me as well.
When I was trying PGS, league separate from International Paddock, when I was commentating for them, just this Sunday gone, I could not get into their lobby at all. For whatever reason.
Oh, birds are white! Apologies, and he set the fastest lap. Sorry about that, carry on. I just caught that at the end there. That was such a scruffy final corner, and he still beat Steele by 6/10. I think he's got more pace than that has to extract. Pretty sure I am confident in his ability to improve the next time. Still very, very entertaining to see.
I was going to say, it must have been an absolutely stellar first section of the lap. I mean, there is, of course, a lot of time to be gained here, especially in the wet.
Ooh, Shaggy with a 44.7.
There goes Shaggy. Wow, 44.7. Times are a tumble, and I think the Inters are the tyre to be on, for now at least. We've got Pasteleo coming through the final chicane. Here he comes into the final couple of corners. It's not going to put him anywhere near the front. In fact, it's the McLarens are both at the bottom. It's a 5-6 for McVitie and Pasteleo for Portugal.
I think he's still going, still carry on. Intermediates usually, when I've seen me, I think Shaggy did that. I think he stayed out. Did another lap time right after the first one he set, because apparently intermediates like to work better as well on the second attempt right after the first one. It's easier to charge the battery in these conditions, so I wouldn't be surprised if people try to do like 2 timed laps one after the other.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pasteleo is doing exactly that. He's 6/10 up after the first sector.
The fuel flashing low. His fuel is flashing, so I'm not sure he is actually doing one. Maybe that's an in-lap, who knows.
We'll see what happens, I suppose, because I think he does look to be pushing pretty hard though as he goes over the bridge. Baker nicely braking into there, good run there. Down this straight here, remember of course no DRS in the wet, as he goes right to the other side of the track, braking for turn 13.
Nice exit. Ooh, nice. The power. No wheel spin. Seemed like made it look easy there.
This could be a pretty stellar time from the McLaren into the 15-16 chicane. Nicely navigated through there, taking a little bit of curb, but obviously not too much as to hit the wall. Here he comes.
Just the curb there.
What time can he put in? It's a 45.1. That puts him in second place.
Nice.
3 seconds up on his personal best. And is currently the only man on track.
Very tidy lap time that was, especially the final sector we managed to catch. Very nice indeed to put himself in a good position so far. See how he progresses during the session. See how the weather actually does. If it gets worse, nobody will be able to improve. So let's see how that plays out as well.
There's a lot of drivers that haven't actually set a lap time as well. Normally, of course, we don't usually see Exo set a lap because he likes to be at the back. But people like Rickaz, like Roman, Somatic Coast, they usually set a time. They're usually pretty good at it as well. which is pretty unusual. But as I say, that Semantic Coast has come out for a lap about halfway through this qualifying session. Shaggy and Pasteleo on your front row. We've gone past halfway. It's 7 minutes 20 left to go. Let's have a look at chat, see what's cracker lacking.
Just rookie life. Yeah.
MCL to be first place by lap 18. That is a bold prediction.
Ooh.
That is a very bold prediction, especially around Singapore. I mean, Singapore is difficult to overtake with. It does create a lot of good stuff, but it's just a little bit difficult, and I think that is going to cause a problem for MCL. But the field isn't too big, so in the lead by lap 18. Not impossible, I think. What about you? Woo.
MCL not do because I've never seen. I don't think I've seen him drive yet, so I don't know what his pace is like. But if people say, "Oh yeah, there you go, he's run out of fuel,"
Put it this way.
That's what I feared. Yeah, MCL, I think Pasteleo has run out of fuel, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm good for MCL's pace. I'm gonna put it to you in this way. MCL took part in managers last season, and I believe, I'm gonna check if I'm right.
Was he in the Red Bull?
Yeah, he was in the Red Bull. He participated. He participated in the first 11 races out of 12 last season. He won 10 on the way to the championship.
So no, I did
10 in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I know. No, then I know. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, 18 laps. Within 18 laps, there.
Man, it is 62 lap race as well.
Yeah, it's a 62 lap race in Singapore. I think it's gonna take him about 26 laps. I think then. If
message from Ricaz, the Ferrari boys are both having dinner, so they're not qualifying, which is it's a bold decision, certainly.
Why Ferrari would do that in real life?
I reckon real life Ferrari would do exactly that. Let's be honest. The whole grande strategia and all that sort of stuff.
The great Ferrari master plan.
Yes, exactly.
Absolute scenes.
Yeah, certainly. We're just on board with Semantic Coast. He comes up to turn 12, hairpin. Just past the bridge. Good exit there, taking as much liberties with the track limits as he can without hitting that wall on the right side into turn 13. Hard braking zone. It does say a fastest middle sector, but I think that's just a personal best. This goes on traction down into the 15-16 chicane. Plants the car nicely there. Back end doesn't step out. It's not a bad run. Bit of a wobble there through that final corner. He comes into the pit lane. So could he be trying to go once again?
Went over it there.
I think he might be trying to pit and then go again, which we'll see that in a moment. Question for commentators from Rookie, and I'm going to let you...
he's crashed! Stuggs crashed into the wall. I was on board with him when that happened.
So were we. In fact, Burrs just set a fastest lap. Stug has crashed out, so we've all just seen it on the comms because I was on board with him as well. But I wasn't paying attention to what was on screen, so that's unfortunate there for Stug. Going to be starting probably 10th. Which isn't great. However, question for commentators from Rookie. And this, I'm going to let you answer this one first.
Think about it.
Sometimes half the grid not qualifying.
Well, on half the grid, I mean they have their reasons to not qualify. So I wouldn't judge that. I mean, people might be they'll try for fun not to qualify, or maybe give themselves a challenge. I'm not too sure, but I don't judge. If they want to do it, they can do it. I don't mind it. But if nobody sets a lap time, that would be a bit sad. That would put question
okay.
usefulness of the qualifying format.
Before I answer
Well,
that,
qualifying first, but yeah.
Before I answer that, because I'm going to answer that in a sec, I've just had some intel from Smatic. The weather's getting slowly better, so we just wanted to set a better lap time.
Towards the end of the session,
weather.
that's what I.
Yeah.
That's what I. That's
exactly what's
assumed
happening.
as well,
In fact, he's coming out of the pit lane now, so he's going to be able to set one more time, which is going to be good for the Alfa Romeo. Well, I think, it depends on the game of the grid, right? If we're talking, let's say, Le Mans, 60 cars, only 30 qualify. You know, it's in endurance racing, it's not as important, as it were, as we see Blunt Blade go second, to qualify well, right? So obviously it depends. In F1, on a 20-car grid, ideally you do want to qualify, because in F1 it is relatively difficult to overtake. So sort of strategically, you do want to overtake. For the show, I love qualifying. So I definitely would want to qualify, because it's obviously that point where you're pushing the car to its absolute limit.
I agree.
But especially with the grid like we've got 13, which, you know, it's still a decent size. You know, we can still have a decent race with it. But with only 8 drivers qualifying, it is a bit of a shame. But
obviously,
again,
that will change. Obviously,
there's no mandatory qualifying sort of thing. So, you know, I can't really judge on that, because I'm crap at racing.
There's also
I'm
other reasons. Yeah. There's also other reasons, like for example, depending on track, if you know the field, where you may wanna, if you, for example, starting at Monza, you don't want to start in first place because there's a chance you get hit from behind, so you'd rather start further back. Can have a strategic choice as well, as Bird improves on his lap.
Blimey, yeah, 43.3. So the track is really getting slowly better.
We might stop raining completely, so maybe. So, how much time do we have left? I can't.
Not enough time for someone to pit.
Okay. Oh yeah,
we're under a minute now. In fact, the checker's just gone. So that's it in terms of lap times.
Oh.
Let's see what's cracking.
It's done now. It's done now. Yeah.
So it is going to be into times. Bird has retired, so he's going to stay in pole position. Should nobody else be able to pit his time. Here comes Shaggy in the Aston Martin tonight through the final couple of corners. He's usually a very good qualifier, and he's proven that tonight. It's 43.4, so
close.
Just under a tenth on Bird. There goes Pasteleo, 45.1. That's his time done and dusted. Exo, don't usually see him qualify, as Rookie had said, but good to see him on track in qualifying. He does have a lot of good pace, so we'll see what happens here through the final chicane up to 17 and 18. There's 2 left-handers. Yes, they are left-handers, not right-handers. Here comes Exo, and he goes fastest. So it's a South Africa 1-2. It's a 43.2 there from Exo, who can take him down a peg. Biscuit Factory coming up to the line now. Not really going to be able to pip him to the post, but can he push up a couple of positions? No, but improves his time. Somatic Coast, realistically, I think he's... Well, it's only him and Gary who can stop him. Up to the final corner complex, and can he do it? Yes, he can!
He does.
It's 43.1 for Somatic. What can Gary Bluntblade do? He's 2.4 seconds down on his personal best.
No, yeah, he's giving up on it.
That's it, yeah.
Aborted to
that's
lap.
it.
Yeah, track evolution.
Come into pit lane.
Yeah, track evolution played into Exo and Somatic Coast's hands there.
Quite.
The last 2 to set a lap time are unironically the top 2 on the grid.
Very good stuff for them, and it just shows obviously.
Good timing.
It is, yeah. But the results are on your screen now. 5 drivers did not set a lap time, so they're going to be in the back. Not great for someone like MCL. He's sort of still going to be in the mid-pack. I know some of the drivers don't like to qualify just because they're going to be in the mid-pack. However, That's where MCL has ended up. Smatic Coast on pole position, Header, Exo, Bird, and Shaggy, your top 4. We'll be back to racing in about 5 minutes' time. Stay with us. Okay, cool. Right. All right. We've got about 5 minutes.
Championship standings?
We head off. You know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. While you bring those up, I'm just going to quickly reiterate what happened last night. Basically, there was a problem. The server glitched, and we're going to take the results from the lap where the safety car was going to go in, which is lap 14. If you were watching along with us last night, this stream is still available on twitch.tv/international_paddock if you would like to watch. And there is basically, 20 minutes of me and him just nattering about anything and everything that we could find.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
there you go. But anyway, championship standings, leave it to you.
Alright, ERC Bird, through consistency, has still retained the lead of the championship after a unfortunate race last time out at Monza. He's on 132 points, an additional 12 simply due to clean racing. No warnings picked up from him. That means he gets those extra. Nicely done there. 12 points extra on clean racing. Very well done. By far the most also.
What's the maximum?
Actually, no. There's other people that have 10 points. Oh, pretty good. Pretty impressive.
But it's the maximum that is possible. There we go. Because it's 2 per race.
It's 2 per 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh! Every race clean, no warnings.
There you go. There you go. Took a little moment to kick in, but we got there.
Nice. Math. Emmett Eagle, who today is not taking part to the race, he's in second place on 117 points, just I think 15 behind Bird. Third place we have Exo.
Yeah, about there, 15, 16 sort of.
Yeah, 108 points for Exo in P3. P4 is Smatic Coast with 103 points. He'll try to do well today and bring himself closer to that possible championship win. Shaggy as well has been quite consistent this season. Not a podium yet. Hopefully he can get it today. Really hope he will. Through consistency, he has placed himself in a good position. 5th place with 102 points. Nathan is in 6th with 94. He has a lot of pace to show. His results do not match his actual driving pace. We've seen that in the last couple of races. Unfortunate incidents for him have meant that he didn't score as many points as he probably should have and would have liked to. SRC Roman in 7th place with 82 points, 81 for Lord Rickers in 8th. Rookie License in 9th place with 72 points, also 10 clean races points for him. So all except one. Because in one of them he finished all of them. Sorry. Little Mo in 10th place, Ryan Lemon in 11th, Blunt 12th. Actually, how many? Who do we actually exactly?
Yeah,
have
Gary
here
Blade in 12th. Yeah, Gary.
Yes, he's then.
He is
I think
racing.
we've mentioned everyone.
Stug in 16th. He's on 31 points. McVitie's the Biscuit Factory, as we mentioned. His first race was 7 days ago, and he picked up 4th
last week.
place
Yeah,
there.
Monza. Nicely done there.
Pasteleo, he's not been able to race too much recently, so he's only got one completed race, and that's 7th place in Silverstone. So we've got a couple of people that are sort of what's the word? Sort of trying to pick up their points tallies, as it were. It's going to be pretty easy for them to do that today. Something worth mentioning that I did see in the Discord is today there is no ghosting. 24 hours ago there was, because there was a lot more people. Now I think just because there's a little bit less, I don't think there is tonight. We're going to be getting going shortly for the formation.
Should be. Ooh, So there you go. I think that's the okay given by ERC Bird in the Discord channel, and that will be going soon.
I've just seen Nathan put that his setup's all a bit screwed up. So that could be interesting.
Not ideal. That goes a little bit on your confidence.
Definitely. With certain drivers, they want things done how they like it or how they know it to be done. For instance, in FSC, one of the drivers from, you may know from SRC, which is streaming right now on the main channel.
There you go.
There we go, as we go on the formation lap. We'll go through tyres in a sec, but my point is, he had problems through the race because he was in cockpit cam, not the camera which he normally uses, but he was in the wrong camera, and that sort of screwed up how he did it, and he didn't necessarily do as well as he'd hoped.
Understandable, yeah. And just being stuck in the camera you don't want to drive in is quite hellish.
And for the first time, I think I've ever seen this, everybody is on the same tyre.
Mediums,
when it's a wet race. Yeah, everybody's on a brand new set of medium slicks. This is going to be, I think, an interesting race. Everybody's on the same tyre, so it's just going to be down to the drivers. Chat, what are we thinking about what happens in the race? Do you want to make any predictions? Any sort of stuff like that? I did see some from people like Nathan earlier during qualifying. I want to hear some more if you've got them. So just drop them in. I've got chat open.
Could you invite please quickly, because my game glitched out. I had the race director stuck. I couldn't leave it.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
No, not the bueno.
Let me do this for you. Please load. Ah, wrong menu. There we are. Invite friend. There we go.
Yes.
Got it. Nice. Good man. Alright.
Best.
62 laps ahead of us here in Singapore. Going to be at about an hour and a half. It's going to be very interesting to see how the drivers take strategy. Safety cars do come out quite often purely because of the tight and twisty nature of this circuit. How easy it really is to bang up against the wall.
True, true. The circuit, one small mistake and the wall is going to greet you with wide open arms. And that's not something you want to do. You don't want to hug the walls. The walls need to stay as far away from them as possible.
Even race strategy is suggesting a 3-stop in some cases, using 3 soft tyres and a set of mediums.
You know, that could actually work. Setting a fresh set of softs can gain you 2 to 3 seconds a lap. To other people who have not hit it, but let's leave it at that. 5 red lights.
And we're away here in Singapore. It doesn't look to be a bad start from Somatic. In fact, it's a brilliant start from Somatic. Shaggy going up into 3rd place as they're 3 wide. Going into turn 1, that's Shaggy going ahead of Exo and Bird. Managed to side through, side by side further back with Gary Bluntblade and Steel. Gary making up a position. Steel is struggling because the biscuit factory of McVitie's is through, side by side further back. That's Stug getting in between Pasteleo and Nathan McIntyre there for 8th place. So we go down Raffles Boulevard, heading down to turn 6 for the first time in this race. Stug ahead of Pasteleo as they go side by side into turn 6, braking here. Pasteleo has the inside and he has the position. And in fact, Nathan McIntyre has picked up a position off of Stug as well. A brilliant dive.
Steel has managed to overtake the biscuit factory, but he's given him damage to the front wing. Damaged wing for McVilty.
And in fact, there goes MCL on Ricka, so the Ferraris really are struggling tonight. Must have had a little bit too much dinner already. Lap 1 of 60, and it's a hell of a start for Somatic Coast. 1.2 seconds ahead, not even after the end of the 2nd sector. Bird in 3rd, Exo in 4th, Gary Bluntblade in 5th place as well. It's this battle for 8th and 9th place that we've got going on with Nathan and Passaleo on board with the Mercedes as he heads down into 15.
Okay, so things are pretty single file now. It was a aggressive. Oh, as I think he started.
Oh, hello! Not to get into the pit lane. As he's riding the curves over the pits. Goodness me, he's lost so much time.
Yeah. Stuck. There you go. Also, McVilty also in the pits to get front wing change. Hopefully, the game does that. Yeah, it does. So, mediums
in for a fresh set of tyres. There goes Stug for a fresh set of mediums. He's going to go right back out.
Softs for McVilty as well.
Very good start there. Let's have a look actually at the position changes as well. It's a brilliant start for Shaggy and for Nathan McIntyre. Really able to make the most of the problems for the guys further at the back. Let's look on with Gary Bluntblade, who hasn't technically made up any positions, but he's had a very good attacking start there as he heads over the Anderson Bridge for the second time in this race, right behind Exo in the Aston Martin. Careful for Steele in the back as well.
Oh, he passed the layers run wide, and he's made a vulnerable to an attack from Nathan, but he keeps it around the outside and stays ahead at the moment.
Could have been a brilliant opportunity there for Nathan. He's actually got careful for MCL. We've seen MCL absolutely dominate races. The challenge set by Rookie was first by lap 18. We'll see if that actually happens. But not for now, at least as we head. Ooh, it was unstable, that car.
And he went a bit too much on the curve, and that got his car a little bit railed onto it. Nothing that he definitely cannot manage. That AlphaTauri does seem a bit of a handful to drive, though. Do I need to say that?
Oof, there he goes again. Back end is just wobbling the hell out of the Swede as he heads down. DRS is open, so this is going to be a great chance for Nathan McIntyre, but he's not getting closer. In fact, he only gained just under a 10th during that DRS, and I think he's lost that with that back end slide.
Also, yeah, it didn't shift into 8th gear, so you think the car is faster in staying in 7th gear than shifting up to 8th, so that's also an interesting strategy.
Thought MCL was going to go for it into turn 9, but it's way too fast from that distance. Somatic must have made a mistake or something like that, because the gap between the top two is down to under a second now.
I was about to say, yeah, 2 tenths.
But here goes Steele on Gary around the outside of turn 13. Oof, manages to secure that position with DRS. Great move from the Red Bull. He's right on the back of the Aston Martin now, trying to pick up the pieces.
Let's see.
Oh, there he goes! He's had a spin!
Ooh.
Virtual safety car, too much throttle on the exit of the chicane, I think.
Is he stuck there? Oh no, he's waiting for...
He's waiting for cars to move out of the way.
That might have damaged his rear wing. That might
I'm
have
thinking it
damaged
probably will have done, and that would be game over.
Not necessarily. You can still strap off a lot of downforce from the front wing, just take it all off, and the car is still stable enough to drive. Obviously, nowhere near as fast as you would like it to be, but still drivable if you get rid of a bit of front downforce. Still a bit of balancing act, then should be fine to continue.
And it's a full safety car.
As well, yeah. So Nathan's prediction was correct. Safety car with 10 laps. So indeed, he was correct. Congratulations, Nathan.
Singapore, that's not particularly difficult, but
yesterday we didn't. Wait, did we get a safety car after lap 10?
I think that safety car came out lap 11.
Yep, just after 10 laps. But I'm pretty sure we had a virtual safety car before.
Virtual safety cars don't count.
Alright, I guess. Then if they don't count, then we didn't have a proper safety car after lap 10. So Singapore is, I think, the only race on the F1 and the current F1 calendar that has hosted at least one safety car every single race it's been taking place at the Formula 1 calendar. So since 2008, Singapore has had a safety car every race. At least one every race. That almost last, how many years has it been? 15?
First race was in 2008, so count
Indeed,
that
yeah.
there.
18, 8, 12, yeah, 15, yeah, 14, 15. We've had so many races here and still not a single one without a safety car. And so Mike Coast goes into the pits. Let's see what he puts on the tyres.
Let's take a look.
Hards.
Christ, there we are.
He's had
And a front wing change as well.
Oh, that's why you... Okay, maybe that's why he lost a little bit of time, because he got damaged at some point. That explains...
Perfect opportunity to explain why he pitted now, because obviously he's going to lose a little bit less time, isn't it?
Indeed. Actually, just a free pit stop in the end. But let's see how the hard fares on this track. Pace-wise, it's not a very good tyre, but let's see how he makes it work. See, it also rain. We don't even know the weather forecast. Maybe it's going to rain, just like it did yesterday.
Yeah, in the 100 is... I don't think I've ever seen the 100 with predetermined weather, so nobody really knows what's going to be happening. But that's the beauty of it. The
true always keeps us on alert at all times. So Shaggy inherits the lead thanks to that pit stop. He's in first place. This is a really good chance for him to get a podium today. First podium of the season that's been... Oh! It's, no, he's
retired. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Damage, probably... Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Too much damage from that incident. I'm surprised that Shaggy hasn't got a podium yet.
Yeah, indeed. I've seen it. Consistency has kept him quite high in championship standings. He still has an outside chance to win it. Obviously. Well, outside chance. It's race 7. Is it race 7 out of 12?
Yep.
Or is it race 7? Okay.
Yep, 7 of 12. After this one, we have 5 more to go. I do believe the season finale is about mid-February. That is going to be at Portimao.
It's another circuit that's going to be amazing. I love it. One of my favourite venues. I've got many favourite venues in this game.
Clearly, yeah.
Clearly. Props to Codemasters for making a game I actually enjoy.
Well, when it doesn't screw up.
It doesn't screw up, yeah. Single player is really good, so I enjoy playing.
Well, for me, even single player screws up. I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll explain why. You know the whole F1 World thing?
Yes.
The whole series that they have?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm weird, and I just like playing through them. And sometimes what I get is you know, the first race that I do when I load the game is, you know, fine. The second race is usually also fine. But it's about the third or fourth race where it may be bone dry, but everybody's forced to start on a wet tire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, and also the rain glitch. It rains, but it doesn't get wet enough for intermediates.
Oh no, it's not even that it looks like it's raining. It just isn't.
It just gets wet.
It doesn't even get wet. The track is dry, the skybox, everything you see would indicate it to be a dry track. But the game thinks, yeah, wet tyres. Full of wet tyres.
Lovely, jubbly. As also we get the notification safety car is coming in this lap, so ERC Shaggy gonna have, I think, his first restart in the lead this season so far.
Certainly one of not many that he would have had to go on board with Bird. See if you can catch him out. These two do know each other quite well. I wouldn't be surprised if Bird manages to stay on his back. He's not gone
He's
yet.
not gone yet. Not gone yet. He's gone
He
now.
has gone now. So, starting lap 7 of 62, Bird is right on the back of Shaggy. He's not going to be able to make a move into 1.
Oh, look at
But
the
one
speed
move
though.
that we
He does
might
seem to.
see is Nathan on Pasteleo. Oh, MCL tries on Nathan as well. Smatic ahead of Roman. That's the P9 a little bit further back and go on board with the Mercedes in 6th place. Remember, no DRS for these first 2 laps after safety car. MCL trying a lunge there into turn 5. That is a brave and difficult move to pull off. What can these guys do? Not very much into turn 6.
Clean so far. Nobody. Ooh, maybe. Oh, no. All's good. All's good. But I do have to say, MCL has gained quite a few positions as well. He's in 7th place now. Yeah. So far so good. Bird.
Yeah, MCL's constantly just trying to put his front nose out, trying to make it look like he's going to go for a lunge. Maybe a scare tactic of something?
Obviously trying to, might be just trying to induce
Here we go.
Nathan into a mistake, because he does, but then pulls back again. Just trying to intimidate him and make him make a mistake, perhaps. Feels like it. Certainly.
Looks to be. He heads into the 15-16 chicane. Good exit there.
Ooh, slidey slide, and Shaggy has built up a tiny bit bigger gap now, so it doesn't have Bird breathing down his neck like he did the previous lap, same spot.
There's a big gap on
Roman
here.
loses the position. Loses the
Ferrari's
position
struggling.
Yep, indeed. Wonder what's going on with them so far, but maybe we'll see how this plays out. At the moment, really not having that good amount of pace. Struggling a little bit, definitely. Bird is closer to Shaggy once again.
Yeah,
Oh, a nice train of
there's
cars.
this big gaggle of cars. Yeah, big gaggle of cars from first all the way down to 7th. Sort of a massive fight for the lead, really.
Top 7 are separated by just 3.4 seconds. Make
That is
3.3 now. Indeed, I think that this could end up like a strategy race. Who pits first, maybe gets the undercut done, something like
Possibly.
this. Because with less cars being present on track, means less likely to be stuck in traffic. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see, this definitely spicing things up at the moment.
Possibly that could be very interesting, but remember DRS is quite powerful down here. Especially down sort of into turn 6 down Raffles Boulevard. As these guys head into the final couple of corners. Starting lap 9, and DRS is now enabled, so the rear letterboxes are going to start opening on the next run out of turn 4.
Okay, let's see who's going to be... MCL is pretty close now to Nathan, is just 2 tenths behind.
Nathan's fallen off. Is Nathan going to have DRS? Because if he doesn't...
He does.
He does. Does he? No, I don't think he does. It's an opportunity for MCL to make a move. Can he get close enough on board with the AlphaTauri?
No.
Does he? No, stays behind.
He needs to stay back. He goes a little bit of track. It may have been a warning, perhaps. Not too sure. Oh, he's really all over that Mercedes right now.
The challenge was set to be in the lead by lap 18. We're halfway through that, and he's not really hit that yet. He's sort of getting up there. He's on the tail, but not quite near where he needs to be as he heads into the hairpin at 12.
No, it's actually saying Somatic Coast is closed up again on hard tyres at the moment. So it does look like he has some decent amount of pace on those tyres.
On board with Pastelé, he's right on the back of Gary Blunt. They know DRS down this section, but he's been able to open up the gap a little bit more. Does Gary, so he stays in 4th place. Gary's birthday coming up next week as well.
And one kind of having a peek into the rivals' mirrors, like just moving the car out of the way a little bit, just to tell them, "Hey, I'm right here. Don't make a mistake. I'll go past you." It's
And
as I
look
say
at
that,
this
I
Somatic
say that-
Coast. Go on. What's happened?
as I say that, Nathan had a quite big tank slapper there through turn 2. But he does have DRS now, so he is secured from an attack by MCL at the moment. He's actually pulling away as well, so good straight line speed with that DRS.
And look who's joined this battle. Somatic Coast is right on the back of this as well. So it's a battle with 8 different cars. Essentially, it's a massive train for the lead. So could be a DRS train much?
8 cars, yeah, could end up big. We've had this in real life as well. Just a massive DRS train. Nobody able to pass anyone until the pit stops come, which makes everything and everyone sort of panic. Oh, do we pit? Do we not pit? Do we stay out? Do we wait for traffic? What do we do? So this is what I'm expecting today as well. As look at MCL, he goes around the outside. What a move! Brakes late.
Oh, just missed that one there. Goes Somatic Coast as well. He's going to be alongside with Nathan McIntyre as he heads out of the corner. Bluntblade's going to have Nathan's going to have the inside line. Can he make a move on MCL as well? No. So Nathan's lost 2 positions in just as many corners. Really. In fact, here comes Somatic Coast. He's got the drive, not into there. Surely, no. He stays behind. He's going to pick up DRS though. I think. Yes, he is. MCL's not going to have it, but it's not really too useful down this section of track as the Ferraris continue to swap positions.
Oh, they're having their own battle there at the moment.
Yeah.
For 10th place. Oh, and Stug gets past.
So there's this battle here for what is 6th place, but there's also battle.
Oh, the lead
indeed. On board with Bird, change for the lead. And Bird's got the inside move into turn 6. Great move by the Haas. Can Shaggy retaliate into 7? No, that's Pastileo's had a spin.
Oh,
Pastileo's had a spin
through
turn 6, and McVitie's is getting right near the back of it. I think he's pretty far back to have been tangled in that.
Yeah,
but McLaren's not having too good of a day.
No, not at the moment, but fortunately no damage picked up, I think. Just normal spin. So he's going to be able to carry on. And if these people keep fighting like they are, look at that.
Helicam is providing brilliant footage here. Battle for 4th place. Looking at MCL, Gary, Somatic Coast, and not very far behind is Nathan. It's going to be a brilliant battle, I think. This section's not got DRS. You see a lot of moves made down here. Can MCL go for one into 15? No, stays behind.
He's going to be patient. Yes, he's going to be patient. Going to have to try.
Woo!
Oh, just
what
slipping and sliding.
What a save. You were saying earlier, that AlphaTauri is nowhere near stable.
I keep doing. It's a difficult car to get to keep on track. The AlphaTauri is, but he's doing a fantastic job at the moment, keeping it on track with that car. It's actually quite entertaining to see, pushing it.
He's doing a damn good job of it.
Indeed, it's entertaining to watch as well. Oh, a little bit of lag.
What's happened?
A little bit of lag. No, it looked like Somatic Coast was about to spin into the wall, but then just re-teleported onto the racing line.
It's all good, mate. All good, mate. Lap 12 on 60. We've got massive DRS. Well, sort of DRS train, I suppose you'd call it. From 1st all the way down to 7th place. ERC Bird, Shaggy, Exo, Gary Bluntblade, MCL, Somatic Coast, and Nathan McIntyre all involved. Pastaleo was involved in it up until a lap ago where he spun through turn 6. The Big Biscuit Factory, Alp McVitie's, is in 9th place as Somatic Coast is really drastically trying to get ahead of MCL. Can he go for it into 13?
Oh, he's going to
get a bit of drive out of here though. No, he's going to struggle on traction, but he's going to have the top speed down this back stretch here. No, I think he needs DRS ideally to make the move.
Be patient, yeah.
He's also got to be careful of the Mercedes in front of MCL as well. Their nose to tail. Back another car nose to tail is Gary Bluntblade on EXO, heading down the front stretch into turn 1. Doesn't go for a move, thinks better of it, but these guys are dropping down behind Bird and Shaggy, who've opened up quite a hefty gap. Almost a second, so they're still going to get DRS, but the gap is opening up considerably. Through turn 4, these guys go.
Oh, MCL has had a good exit there, but he's losing a lot of time now. Mercedes with the DRS open is quite fast down the straight. Ooh, and Nathan, Somali Coast having a look down the inside there. Couldn't make it though, too close. Not close enough.
Nathan's dropped back a couple of seconds as well, so he's just off the DRS, but he's not very far behind. He can very easily get right back into the zone.
Dude, let's hope that is staying right there within a second. That was over a second again. But yeah, see how he does that as MCL has a little bit of a wiggle. Ooh, as well does Blunt.
Here we go. Opportunity for MCL make a move. He goes to the left, tries to go hanging around the outside of turn 15. It's a difficult move to make, but not one we've seen. Not one we haven't seen before, but he stayed behind.
Well, like playing it smart, doesn't take risks unnecessarily.
But I've seen it before, but you obviously got to take some risks. Here goes Somatic Coast. Inside of turn 1, this is going to be too wide through here. There's contact!
No, yeah.
That is a spin for the Somatic Coast, helped by Adrian MCL. It's an unfortunate situation to be in.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to make contact the way he went down the inside. Unfortunate. For just tagged and front right with rear left. Made contact, spun around, unfortunate.
Not a great situation to be in there.
No.
Coast, and that's just broken up this front pack a little bit. In fact, the only sort of two battles that we've got at the front is battle for first, battle for third, in terms of being within DRS, of course.
The one's come down a little bit now, yeah. So that spins, nobody really too close. MCL has lost contact, DRS contact with Blunt, so he's going to need to try and close up immediately.
He's certainly going to have to give that a go, because once Gary Brooklyn gets that DRS on EXO, he's going to absolutely storm away. Lap 14 on
he goes
62.
into bits. Oh, does he have damage?
Possibly, he might have picked up some damage from that. As we start lap 15 of 62. Bit of an incident last lap with Somatic Coast and MCL. As he goes into the AlphaTauri pit all the way down towards the back end of the pit lane. And is there front wing?
No.
No, there isn't. He's just pitting just a standard pit stop onto a fresh set of tyres. And away he goes.
Yep. Quick pit stop. No wing change, so no damage. It may have been a strategic pit stop. In that case, oh, Bird, I just caught Bird on board. He was half spinning, so Shaggy is right up there with him once again.
And EXO and Gary Blade have also caught up now, so it is very much lead still under contention, with these four ERC veterans heading into the hairpin at 12 for the 15th time in this race. I said hairpin. Correcting myself, alright?
It's all good, it's all good.
All good, all good. Don't worry about it. Closest hit is Gary on EXO. As we then head down that back straight. Are going to be made as yet. While there's a relative bit of quiet at the moment, just going to mention that we do have obviously social at International Pilot on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
in the third sector. That is Nathan McIntyre's had a spin, lost his front wing.
He's also reversed into the wall.
And it's the same spot as Steele as well.
Hopefully didn't get damaged there. He runs wide, there may be a penalty for track extension. No, nothing. So I hope he didn't get damaged. I really hope he didn't.
There was a broken front wing there, unfortunately.
I mean rear wing damage. I hope he didn't get any damage on the diffuser or rear wing, because
from what I looked, it didn't look like he hit the side of the wall as hard as steel did, which is what I think likely caused all that damage.
I looked pretty hefty on from the offboard from what I've seen, but hopefully nothing too bad. But yeah, safety car. So that brings everyone right back into it.
But yes, like I was saying, we've got socials, International Paddock on Instagram, International Pad on TikTok. We do have a YouTube channel where we do throw up stuff like full races, race highlights. Our newest league, Supercharged, has just had their first batch of highlights released earlier today. And believe me, it's a very good set of highlights created by
Indeed, I've seen it.
Tiny. Oh, you've seen it?
I've seen it, and yeah, it's quite nice, quite an interesting race, very exciting. Quite a few. There's also a very action-packed race in the rain at France. Very nice indeed.
So you know, if you want to consume more international paddock content, that's where you can find us. Or we should be starting a Twitter soon, but I refuse to call it X.
Same here. But unfortunately, this is what it is on X or on Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
Right. So these front four are also now going to come into the pit lane. What's Somatic going to do? He's going to stay out, so he's going to pick up the race lead. But he is running on
double stack
a set of. That is going to be a challenge.
Is it clean?
Unfortunate for Exo though.
Yeah, he lost the position there. Obviously, always going to happen if you have two cars right behind each other. Unfortunate, but still not nearly as much time lost as it would have been the case on previous F1 games.
Still is an unfortunate situation regardless. Safety car, lap 17 of 62. Somatic has taken the lead. In fact, Nathan McIntyre has retired. Clearly must have picked up a little bit too much front wing damage for him to handle.
Rear wing damage indeed. Oh, he's
rear
retiring.
wing even, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did get the... just piece of advice. Okay, if I want to give, you don't need to listen to me, but I'm gonna give a little bit of advice. Even if you have rear wing damage, I've had that happen to me many times. I got damage, not my fault, usually, on the rear wing, on the floorboards or whatever. Just the car was absolutely awful to drive. Just keep driving, try and get to the end. Even if you have a damaged rear wing, just remove the front downforce. You can still change the front wing, put it on one, just strip it off the downforce. Your car will be stable enough to drive. Not as fast as you'd like, obviously, but finishing is better than not finishing. But it really is down to preference. That's what I would do. So I hope people learn from it. Obviously, my advice, you need to do it. It's how I see things. But obviously, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. Things happen like this. It's Singapore. It's a difficult track. You can easily spin and get damage at some place on the car. So it's fully understandable. And hopefully Nathan will be back stronger next race. Stronger than ever. Because
yeah,
I want to see him.
Discord. He's just put in Discord that rear wing damage, car not drivable. It's his own way of putting it there. So,
yeah.
In the other leagues that we've got, so in Managers and Masters, because of the whole contract function, there is actually a figurative financial penalty, because obviously we don't deal with actual money. So that would, you know, why would we deal with actual money, right? So there is sort of like an in-system financial penalty for if you retire, right? just like that. But if in the 100 there isn't such a thing, so these guys can essentially, in terms of retiring and certainly in terms of qualifying, they can do what they want, which brings us back to what Rookie was asking earlier. Like, what do you think of qualifying? Should all drivers qualify?
Ah, okay. So, I didn't know that was the case in managers, that retiring wasn't an option as long as the car works. So that's a nice addition. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can retire, right? There's nothing stopping you. But your team principal can be like, "Hey yo, what the hell? That's not cool." As we see safety car coming in this lap, Somatic Coast. Not the first time he's led a safety car restart this season. But it's certainly one that he's going to want to nail on board with Bird. Remember, these guys can't go until the safety car passes the safety car line. Somatic weaving like an absolute madman. What will he be able to do as he sets off to green flag, running in a moment, heading into the chicane at the end of the lap? Does Somatic go now? No, he's going to wait a little bit longer. When does he go? He goes now. And he hasn't caught Bird out. These guys are going to streamline through the last couple of corners. Somatic, then Bird, then Shaggy, then Gary, then Exo, then Pasoleo, then MCL, then Ricaz, then Roman and the Biscuit Factory, and then it is Stug bringing up the rear.
So far a clean restart, but Bird's already putting the pressure onto Somatic Coast on those fresh mediums.
And here goes MCL. New soft tyres really working on the AlphaTauri. Almost making one pass away. He's got the inside into the King. Oh, that is a squeeze if I've seen one. There goes Pasoleo to try and defend the position. Forces MCL off track, but he keeps 6th place. And the challenge set by, I believe it was Rookie for lead by lap 18, has diminished.
Yeah. Yep. Also, Bird has taken the lead. We missed that. You screaming MCL made me look there instead of looking at this. I was really close to the wall. I could have ended in disaster using that as a sporting, in a sportive sense.
In fact, he's going again. 2 moves in the same lap. There goes NCL, going to go around the outside of 13.
Oh,
he doesn't even need to. Great braking from the AlphaTauri. Beautiful move around the outside. Made it look very easy. Soft tyres working phenomenally.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, he's a bit of a slide though.
There, Somatic Coast to drop back second to Bird, the new race leader. As we look on with MCL, could he make moves down Raffles Boulevard in consecutive laps now? I wonder, heading into turn 1. Look at that grip.
This is what I mean. This is what I meant when I said at the beginning. If you maybe want to pit at the late pit stop onto softs, just imagine the amount of extra grip you have. And
it's showing that because Gary hit the wall and MCL's got all the impetus that he needs to make the move through the kink, and he doesn't even really need to outbrake. There goes Shaggy on Somatic trying to make a move as well. That's a battle for second, and MCL's going to get right involved in that now. And in fact, he's going into turn 7
already.
It's not often that we see a move made into there, but it does happen sometimes.
Oh, yellow flags.
Exo.
Shaggy. Oh, Exo spun. That may be another safety car.
And
Stug has retired.
Pulled out as well.
Safety car.
So I think what's happened, and again, I didn't see the full thing, so I may, of course, be very wrong. There is a reason I have glasses. But I think what's happened is there was an incident with Pasoleo and Exo, which led Exo to spin. And Stug did not see the Red Bull, and so was forced to the left and destroyed that wall, destroyed his suspension, destroyed his car.
Wait, Stug couldn't see his Red Bull?
Stug couldn't see the Aston Martin, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you. Yeah, I can see. I was confused for a second.
So unfortunately, it is a double DNF for the Red Bulls.
Well, you don't see that in real life. wish that would happen more often.
That was the point I was just about to make.
You see, yeah. Unfortunate. Again, like Singapore is a very difficult track, and if an accident happens in front of you, there's nothing much you can do to avoid it. If you can't see it, if you go through a blind turn and all of a sudden there's a car parked in the middle of the road, there's nothing much you can do. These cars have the turning angle of an oil tanker, so you can't really turn out of the way. You can't brake because these cars are way too heavy. You can't brake in time. There's a really fortunate situation they've been put in.
Stokes just put something in chat. It's the same wall I tapped in quali, barely touched the wall, and it rips my wheel off, unfortunately.
Yeah, I called that.
That concrete wall just does not like anybody takes absolutely.
In general, that corner is always, you tap the wall, your tire dies, basically.
Oh yeah, I've had it happen to myself quite a few times. And it really does not like me or my car at all. So
I remember when there used to be an invisible barrier there. Fun times. F1 2015 was quite fun.
I don't think I played 2015.
Oh, the amount of bugs there were, the invisible barriers all the time, especially around Monaco. You didn't hit the wall, but your car, you would. Why is my car why is my car landed in the sea?
In the middle of the casino.
Or why is it? Okay, my car is turned into a boat now because I've flown into the into the harbour because I've touched an invisible barrier.
Or I can imagine probably. Oh, I've suddenly turned the Lowe's hairpin into the Mercedes hairpin.
The Lowe's hairpin into Mercedes hairpin. I don't get the joke. I'm sorry.
The joke is that the Mercedes is in the middle of the hairpin, on the flowers that are in the middle, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, perhaps, yeah.
Okay. It's my silly attempt at trying to be funny. Clearly,
you are
doesn't
very
always
funny.
work.
You are very funny, Mr. Gasper. Don't worry, I enjoy the funnies. Oh, it's Fred Gasper. Yes.
For God's sake. Lap 22 of 62. Welcome to International Paddock Extra. You're live with the ERC 100 race, and we are under the third safety car of this race. If you're watching in America, this is the third full course caution. If you're watching in other countries, I don't know what your equivalent is.
The pace car.
The pace car in Polish. Samochód bezpieczeństwa. I'm sure other languages have their own version of that. Bird is currently leading ahead of Somatic Coast and ERC Shaggy. MCL, who's made a brilliant run after the second safety car, went from 7th to 4th in the space of about a lap and a half. Pasteleo in 6th place is part of the reason why the safety car was called. The other part, and the victim of the incident, was EXO, who is in 10th place. Stug also retired somewhat in sympathy due to hitting the wall at on the exit of turn 7. And safety cars coming in this lap as well.
Oh yeah, just hit that. So we'll get going once again.
And this time this role's reversed.
Cabelli. Yeah, this time Bird is in first place, but fresher mediums I think are going to give him the edge once again. But I want to see MCL. Look at MCL. He's on softs. They're not the newest anymore, but they do give out some amazing grip around this circuit.
They should still have, you know, a decent amount of grip, I reckon.
Yeah, they still have plenty of
into the
juice.
chicane. What does Bird do? He's really hanging back, really going slow, really trying to bunch everybody up. And there he goes. Caught Somatic Coast out a little bit, and he's going to be able to create a gap. These guys storm through the first final couple of corners on board with MCL. He's made the move before the timing line. He has to give that back.
Yes,
and there he does. And into turn 1. Can he outbrake him? He's going to give it a go. Oh, forcing his way in, and that is almost contact there with Shaggy. Sort of a hair's width between those two. I think that might be damage as well.
Doesn't look like it. It was a light tap.
And on board with the AlphaTauri, can he make the move? He almost did. But over the timing line, can he do it into turn 6? No. Stays behind the Aston Martin.
Inside? No, he isn't. Not yet.
And that is Mavitti's and Roman fighting for 8th place, but Mavitti's hanging it around the outside of Roman to get 8th place. A great run there from the Chocolate Digestive Factory as he storms away down towards what was the Singapore Sling at turn 9 and into this tight twisty section on the circuit. Looking back on with MC, close as you like into the hairpin.
Great exit. He just needs to force. Oh, he does it.
He needs to force it, and it's exactly what he's done. Heading into the 13th corner on this circuit, but Shaggy's got an opportunity to try and get back. He's going to have the inside into the chicane. He's made contact. MCL's going to go deep, miss the corner, and I reckon he might have to give that back. Yes, he does.
Does run a bit wide there. All out of shit, unfortunately.
Gary. And all this is done. Look at the gap between Bird and Somatic.
2.7 seconds already, yeah.
Pretty hefty gap. And now Rickaz and McVitie's are in this big battle for 2nd place as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. Looking on with the 2nd, 3rd and 4th people in the queue. Careful from Gary Bluntblade.
Oh, look
very
at that.
far behind. Look at
that.
MCL. Ooh, no, tries it, can't do it.
Yeah, Somatic Coast is being a little bit of a bottleneck at the moment.
But it's obviously to watch regardless, I'll tell you that.
It is. He's defending brilliantly on 20 lap or medium hard tyres. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Really taking a wide line through that hairpin, and is he going to go for it again into turn 13 as we head down to that corner now? No, too far back. Stays in 4th place. Is he going to get the overlap out of the corner? Opportunity for Shaggy to finally make a move on Somatic Coast. He's got the drive. He's going to go to the right hand side, inside of the chicane. Braking into turn 15. He's got the move done. And then MCL's going to try and go alongside. And he goes round the outside, which is exactly what he's done. He's going to lose the position to Gary Bluntblade as well. So he's lost about the same positions as there was corners, and Pastelayo's going to make a move into turn 1 as well. So ideally, possibly looking to pit off of those hard tyres now.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of got caught out there, and that ruined his momentum, and he's been passed by four cars, I think. Yeah, it's 4 cars went past him. As MCL moves around the outside, does he make it? They make contact.
He technically stays on track. He can't go up the inside into turn 7. Is exactly what he does. Gives Shaggy the space. And they're going to go side by side through turn 8. Then MCL goes round the outside. It's a brilliant attacking move. Took him a couple of corners to get it done, but he's done that exactly there.
And now
MCL to 2nd. Yellow's in the 2nd sector. That is for Pastelayo. Whoa. That is Gary Bluntblade, Rickaz, Pastelayo involved in that incident through the Singapore Sling.
Oh, no wing, I think. No, no wing.
No wing for Rickaz.
Safety car once again.
There's no wing for Rickaz. And possibly no wing for Gary as well. Yeah, no, Gary's still got a wing, but I think he's lost an end plate.
Oh, yeah, safety car again.
Roman's wing exists. Pastelayo's does not.
Roman has one. Yeah, Pastelayo doesn't have one either.
Rickaz doesn't. Bird's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh,
hello.
No.
He's going to have to serve that under green flag conditions.
MCL has gone into the pit sideways, trying not to get penalised for speeding in the pit lane. It was absolutely...
Man's going to Tokyo drift into the pit lane.
He's absolutely sent that car sideways. Something's happened. This car's stuck. Oh no, it's. Oh okay.
No,
Strange.
it usually it does happen now and again. It's
Desync.
nothing new.
Yeah,
Not
it's
desync. It's not really desync as such. It's more how do I say it?
just a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, just a
Oh
slight
yeah.
bit of lag.
Ooh.
McVitie's has left the session, so there must be some sort of problems with the connection. He is in second, so he can come back. Should he want to? Well, he should want to, I should say.
Okay, that's
But whether he will is a completely different story. Fourth safety car of the race so far, lap 26 of 62. Shaggy ahead of the Biscuit Factory, which rejoice all Brits is in second place. Biscuits and tea will be on offer should McVitie's get a podium. EXO in third place, SRC Roman in fourth, ERC in fifth for Bird, and MCL in sixth place. Somatic, Kurt Pasteleo, Gary Bluntblade and Lord Rickaz rounding out that top 10 of runners.
Indeed, so 10 runners left. Is McVitie back in? Yep, there he goes. As soon as I
There he
mention him,
goes.
there he is.
So the Biscuits man has returned.
Alright, second place now. Great position.
It's honestly McVitie's. This is his second race with ERC, and he's doing pretty well. So fair cop to him. It is difficult with this lot to get any sort of good position. Believe me, I know, but that's probably because my driving is crap.
No worries. No worries there, as long as people are having fun.
Listen, my driving is not great. In a ERC Sunday race, which is what Masters was before it became the Masters. I was in a race around Kota half distance, and I came stone dead last, more than a lap and a half behind those guys.
Damn.
Yeah, not great.
At least you had fun, right? Right?
Yeah, it was pretty chill.
Oh, there you go. Finished the race. Yeah, you don't need to win every race to have fun. So that's what matters, having fun.
Well, exactly. As long as we're all
If you have a
enjoying
friend in the
ourselves.
party, if you have a friend in the party, you can talk to, have a little bit of bant. That's always good as well.
Exactly. So can't really complain too much after that. Let's check what's happening, if anything's happening in DAS Discord. Ooh, so McVitie's left because the game crashed, but he's back anyway, so that's important.
Oh, the game crashing, yeah.
I reckon safety car's probably going to be coming in this lap.
Yep.
It's as if I predicted it.
What are you, a wizard? Damn.
You don't need to know.
Oh,
really
yes,
do not
indeed.
Need to know. Now, Shaggy leading his second restart of the race. I wonder if we're going to hit the limit of safety cars that you can get in a single race today. We've had 4 so far.
Isn't that the third one?
I think it's the 4th. But you might be right.
But yeah, where he goes now.
Here he goes.
Pedal all the way to the asphalt.
Quite, and McVitie's has run a little bit wide through that corner, but it's an opportunity for Bird to try and make a move on EXO. What can MCL do into turn 1 as well? Not very much, so line astern through the first complex of corners as these guys head out of turn 3 into turn 4. Bird, what's he going to do on EXO? I thought he was going to go for a move down there. No, difficult to do, but he's going to have an opportunity down here. Through the key, the two South Africans are side by side heading into turn 6. Braking into here is absolutely crucial. And Bird's absolutely nailed it. He's in third place. Ooh, there's MCL also sticking his nose in. Goes around the outside of turn 7.
Wow.
Space given by Exo. And brilliant racing. Brilliant and respectful as well.
That is an insane move. Massive respect for that. Tip my hat to you, MCL. That was a beautiful move.
Ooh, absolute cracker. And Bird is right on the back of McVitie's as well. And with those brand new soft tyres, he's going to want to make the most of them while he can. And Bird making a move into turn 13. He's giving it a go. Oh, considers it, but I think on exit he might have the drive, which is exactly what that looks like. Through the King Cat 14. Oh my! And then it is flat. It is 3 wide down that back straight, and it is
down inside
making the most of it. There goes MCL. So M. McVitie's has lost positions, and it's a brilliant safety car restart.
Oh yeah, well, brilliant overtakes already. It's insane. Insane overtaking already. Amazing. Lots of respect out there. Appreciate seeing it. Absolutely love it. But so far, look at this train of cars between Blunt, Pasteleo and Exo now.
Exactly. This is a train from McVitie's all the way down to, well, Somatic Coast really. Battling in for what is 4th place on board with Pasteleo to the left or the right. Does he make a move? Yes, he does on Exo, but Exo's going to have the ins outside line. Contact, but no spin there. Side by side does Gary go. But he stays in 7th place. Somatic Coast ahead of Lord Rickard's. Ferrari's really struggling throughout this race. Again, possibly a little bit too much dinner for them earlier, which is why they did not qualify. As it turns out, looking on for the battle for the lead, it is 3 cars from 3 completely different teams, but they both know and absolutely love each other. So this is going to be a friendly battle, but a very hard-fought battle nonetheless. There goes Bird to the outside. Can he make a move around the outside of turn 13? No, he stays behind, but he's going to have the switchback and the overlap. Could we even get 3 wide down this back stretch for the 2nd time in a row? Is MCL going to be able to? No, he's not given the space.
He's following it. Oh,
he's following Bird through. So Bird's going to pick up the position. Shaggy keeps 2nd. MCL keeps 3rd. But it's a brilliant 2nd lap after the safety car starting lap 30. And bear in mind, we're not even halfway, and DRS has only just been enabled. So we're going to see even more carnage and chaos further back. That's Pasteleo trying to make a move on Gary Bluntblade, but that's for 6th place. And no move made there.
Look at Somatic Coast though. Look, ooh, nice wide line. Gonna have tighter exit. See if he can make a move, but MCL as well. At the same time, he's gonna want to overtake that Force India. Sorry, it's not
Force India.
10
years ago, possibly, but not anymore.
Sorry, Aston Martin. I apologise.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love Force India to be back on the grid, but I don't think DJ Malias is going to be able to.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a. I'm still stuck in the.
Isn't DJ Malias in jail now?
I think he is, but I'm not too sure. Wouldn't count on my word. Anyway,
I might have to Google that later because I think he's either in jail or dead.
I don't think he's dead. I don't think so.
I thought MCL was going to go for it into the hairpin after the Anderson Bridge, but decides to think better of it. These guys have lost time to Bird now, who's pretty clearly in the lead of 1.3, and there goes MCL. Shaggy does seem to be clutching at straws to try and keep this podium at least for now. But he's staying in 3rd place looking on. He's got the slipstream. Does he go down the inside? No. A little bit more grip for MCL. Lets him brake a slight bit later. No. I didn't hear anything you said, mate. I think you said everything. Typical internet issues, we love to see it. Pasteleo's come into the pit lane. We'll have a look, possible damage for the McLaren. And he goes into his pit box. Yep, wing replacement. Ooh, he's going to go around the outside, inside of turn 6. But I think he's going to get that done. He's going to have the inside into 7. No, stays behind, but there goes Somatic Coast. But I think Gary It's just going to hang around the outside of 7 and inside of 8 to keep their position. As they run down to Singapore Slingy, it's an absolutely stellar defence from the Mercedes. Pushing these cars for all they are worth. This battle for fourth place is going to be absolutely stellar, I think. As that was close. That was very, very close with Gary and McVitie's. But okay, there's an opportunity. There goes Somatic Coast on Gary Bluntblade inside line. I think Gary's hit the wall there, so has McVitie. So McVitie's is going to lose a position to Somatic as well. As these guys go side by side into the two left-handers, that's difficult to do. But Somatic Coast just hangs it around the outside and keeps 5th place. There goes Gary into turn 4. Ooh, it's going to be difficult. It's going to impact your line out of here, and you're going to have to wait another lap before you can make a move down here. And here he goes, and that's exactly what he does. He's had just about enough grip to be able to make that move. That's a big, big speed differential he would have had to have there. MCL and Bird. It's like that Alpha Tauri is on skates, on ice skates, which considering this is a tropical country, you'd be slightly worried because you'd be running in water through this front stretch down into turn 15. Can he make a move? No, not quite. Stays in 2nd place, does MCL. We've seen him absolutely dominate races before. We've just passed halfway as well. And he hasn't taken the lead at any point, which is, considering last season, relatively unusual. But you've got to bear in mind Bird does have that 3-second penalty for pit lane. So it's not so. No, yeah, it's 5 seconds. Did I say 3? I was going to say 5. Okay. So he's still technically sort of in the lead as Roman gets past McVitie's. That's for 7th place, and Ferrari's finally making up a little bit of ground. Not much granted, but still. Ground is ground as they head through the chicane at 10, 11, and up to the bridge at 12. Done. Short DRS burst down here into turn 13. Can he make the move? I don't think he can stay there. Or into here. No. I don't think they need DRS down there, because you can't have DRS down every single long stretch of track, right? I think 1 or 2 stretches of track where you don't have DRS and you can overtake is going to be beneficial, especially because obviously we want to move to a point where we don't have DRS anymore, where you can overtake without hassle. Ooh. No, stays behind. Good run there for MCL, but not quite good enough. The Bird stays in 1st place. I mean, it is obviously pretty hot, so they are going to lose a lot more body weight in terms of sweat than they normally would. Maybe, you know, towards the back end of the race, they could be absolute rocket ships. There we go. There we go. It's an opportunity for MCL. He nudged his front wing in, but he's going to stay behind down into 15 and 16, so he stays in second place. Realistically, he's going to try and turn first into one. He's really close. He's going to go for it. Ooh, forced off the throttle there. If he'd, I think if he'd gone to the left first and actually committed to that move to the left, because he went left then right. I think he's going to have DRS if he makes a move here. It still doesn't really matter, and there's an opportunity here. Great overlap from MCL. He's going to have the inside through this kink down Raffles Boulevard. They go too wide, and MCL's picked up the lead there. Can he outbrake him? Yes, he can. Stays in first place. And I think that is first place for the first time in 2024 for MCL. I mean, this is the 5th race, so, you know, there is obviously quite a lot of opportunities to do that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Great run for MCL, looking back for a battle for 4th place with Exo and Somatic Coast. You guys head into the chicane for the 35th time in this race. MCL's just started lap 36, so there's less than, I think that's about 25 laps to go in this race, or just over. Still quite a long way. And it's glad to have you all along with us. Welcome to ERC 100. My name's Casper. I'm joined with Angelo as per usual. Glad to have you all on board with us. This is round 7, of course. We do have a couple more rounds coming your way for the season finale in round 12. That is going to be in Portimao again. Got a couple of races before that, so I think it's Japan next. Let me check to make sure. Yeah, it's Suzuka, then Losail, then Vegas, then Yas Marina, and then Portimao. So it's going to be a pretty good final couple of races. Yeah, he's holding up pretty well compared to someone like Somaticos right behind him, who's got about 6 or so laps better on his medium tyre, so it's considerably better to do that. Angelo, they can't hear you. Try the party audio thing. Thanks, Innova.
Thanks for telling me. It's strange because the audio was included. I some point must have disconnected.
You must have tapped it or something.
Nah, that's strange. Yeah, don't recall doing it.
You must have tapped it.
Thanks for the info.
Thank you, buddy. Glad to have you with us. We've got this battle hotting up. Somatic Coast has got ahead of Shaggy while we were sorting out that technical issue. Shame we missed that.
Hopefully it wasn't too long. Gone.
Oh well.
No, it's
it happens. Oh well.
Testing. Gotta try if I can actually hear.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in.
All good, mate. Lap 37 of...
Oh yeah, I missed the overtake. I missed the overtake.
Yeah.
Somehow it got past Shaggy and I missed it.
Yeah, we did miss that because we were focusing on yourself and your voice, trying to get yourself back into the stream. These guys start lap 38. It is now 25 to go. Yeah, that my maths is right.
Yeah,
it's 25 laps to go.
Yeah, 25, 24. Yeah. Now.
And yellow's the second green. That's Gary Bluntblade. Hello. What's happened here?
Might have spun.
He stopped on the left side of the grid. Drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car for Roman and McVitie's.
Okay, strange.
That's not very good.
Let's call people out quite quickly.
Certainly, yeah.
So now this is the 4th safety car of the evening.
I believe so, yeah. Is it the 4th?
Yeah, that's the 4th one, yeah. Yeah, it is the 4th one. Yeah.
I thought this was the 5th one, but clearly I'm wrong. My A-level
I mean, if you count
not
the
working
virtual
with
safety
numbers.
car.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's
You
the
count the
virtual
virtual
safety.
safety car,
Well, it's the
yeah.
virtual safety car that turned into a safety car, so it's sort of one.
Oh wait, what am I?
We'll leave safety
I
car
don't-
counting to another time.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out post race and we'll agree on a number then.
We've had quite many today, yeah.
We've had quite a
4.
few, but for Singapore that's actually relatively typical because again there is a lot of stuff that can happen.
Next thing we need is a person walking next to the track like it happened in real life.
Yeah, Gary
We
Bluntblade
haven't-
has left the session. Unfortunate situation for the race right before his birthday. I know that there's quite a few people that are going to go meet up as a massive group, myself included. So I can't wait to see some of you guys when we go out and hit the town. That's going to be next.
I'm glad you can have some fun all together.
Yeah, there's a not a big group, it's like a sizable group of us. Just gonna go meet up, go do some stuff, have some pints.
And it definitely does sound like a lovely time.
I can't wait, mate. Which actually reminds me, I need to book the hotels, but that's for me after the race to deal with. So the race has gone past an hour in terms of timing. We are on lap 39 of 62. MCL ahead of Roman, ahead of Rickaz, which we've not seen the Ferraris anywhere near that high so far in this race.
Yeah, it's nice to see them so far up now.
Good to see them.
No,
Also worth mentioning, Bird has served his 5-second penalty. So he is now clear.
Yes. Yeah, now he's clear of it, indeed. But he's on harms at the moment, so...
Okay. Could you feasibly run hard till the end?
Yeah, you can do that.
Because you're going to have about 20 laps of proper tyre wear. Could you run 20 laps on hards till the end?
Of course, yeah, we've seen Shaggy, Shaggy run mediums for over 20 laps.
Hi, Gary. Unfortunately, no, we did not catch that. I just about caught where you were sitting on track, but we did not manage to catch that, sadly.
Ah, so that's okay.
So there was an incident with Pastel Leo, which would explain why he's at the back now. But no,
Yeah,
unfortunately, we did not catch that, I'm afraid.
That's unfortunate. That'll definitely be reviewed after have a clearer idea of what exactly
I mean,
went on. Yeah.
in the 100, as I recently learned, it's much more laid back. So in some instances, they don't necessarily go for everything in terms of like, oh, report this, oh, report that, this, that, the other, right? So it's not as serious, right? It's the quote laid back series, as it were, because that used to be the Sunday, where it would just be mess about, do whatever. But now the Masters is in, that's sort of moved now to the 100. That's a bit more laid back than the other two leagues, which have got teams which have got actual money, constructors, all that sort of stuff. Is a bit more realistic than the 100. So it's not too serious, but obviously there are still some reports, but not as many.
Alright, indeed. That sounds like a good mix to have, just a little more laid back.
Yeah.
But speaking, now while we're doing the safety car at the moment, I want to say Red Bull have just announced their real life car presentation on the 8th of February. So.
Oh, that's soon.
That's soon,
I think safety cars coming in this lap now as well.
As well.
Ferrari announce? Was it Ferrari that announced they're doing the 14th, or was it someone else?
12th. They're doing 13th. They're doing the 13th Ferrari. But I bet that we will have another 1 hour long stream of nobody caring as we go. Ooh, it's gone really early there. Roman has.
Yeah, and he's really
time.
caught Roman out by a second and a half. And I think these Ferraris are going to be a real sort of cork in a bottle, as it were, because these guys have not had the pace in this whole race, so they're going to absolutely shake things up. In fact, I think they're fighting almost for that second place, which if they can hold it is going to be funny. As Somatic Coast and Bird go side by side, Somatic Coast goes to the left side to try and attack, but Bird's got the inside through the kink, and there goes Somatic Coast on 2 cars. It's a brilliant battle, brilliant attack, brilliant.
And he goes through, yeah, amazing, clean, close, but really worked though. Went for it and
really
got rewarded
there
for
by
it.
Somatic. Absolute blockbuster. Goes into turn 9. His next obstacle is the Lord of the Ricaz, as they head into the hairpin for the 41st time in this race. He's alongside just as they exit on board with the Somatic Coast. Can he make the move? He's going to the left side, hanging around the outside of turn 13. This is a brilliant chance. Ooh, for MCL as Ricaz forces his nose in and gets Somatic just to go a little bit deeper than he would have liked, but he still retains second nonetheless. Battle for 4th place as Bird ahead of Roman. Finally manages to clear one of the Ferraris. Now needs to get back ahead of the second one. In Roman goes into the pit lane, so he's not going to be holding these guys up more than he needs to. Pardon me. As Exo's right in the back of Shaggy as well. These guys are teammates and teammates, so they do kind of need to be careful.
So, yeah, MCL in the meantime is getting away. 6-second gap. Loose soft tires working a treat for him at the moment. 20 laps to go just now.
Looking on with Exo, brilliant speed there. Massive differential. Gets it done into turn 6.
Looked like he was going to run wide, but he managed to keep it on track there. Close to the wall once again. Yeah, there you go. Clean as you want. Went past on pure speed alone.
In turn 10. Yeah, he's got brilliant speed, does the Aston Martin. see where I've got pinged. There we are. Alright, cool. Awesome. Let's see what else is cracking in the race. Pasteleo right on the back of Shaggy, allegedly involved in a contact incident with Gary Bluntblade, so it's not looking too good there for the McLaren. As MCL puts in a 32.0. That's a pretty stellar lap around here, especially in race conditions.
That is indeed true, yeah. Very good lap time. He's found himself at home in that car at the moment. He's piling in the qualifying laps right now.
Which is unusual, because at the start of the race, you really looked to be struggling with that AlphaTauri.
Oh, you did. Like, being stuck in traffic, yeah, probably has a lot to do. Oh, as Bird.
Yeah, he's got the inside in the kink, and he's got the move done well before turn 6. And then Ricaz, again, the Ferraris are just sort of like corks in the bottle, really. Now the Astons are going to be clambering to get past them. I mean, look at the gap that's already been generated between the Ferrari and the Haas. It's pretty big. It was almost up to about 3/4 of a second there just before turn 8. In fact, it's just gone over that now.
Oh.
That's McVitie's 3 seconds time penalty for track limits, unfortunately. For the Biscuit Man, he's in 8th place, and that is Lord Ricaz had a spin through the hairpin.
That might... Oh, don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Did he hit the wall?
I don't think he hit the wall. If so, it was a very light tap.
Oh, so scared me again. There you go.
Oh, but he's getting back going. We'll see how bad the damage is, I'm sure, in a lap or two.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Through turn 17 and 18, looking on with Shaggy and Pasteleo. And Exo in front of these guys as well. It's a sort of slight train of cars developing on a battle for 3rd place. 5 seconds off Somatic, 12.5 seconds off MCL. So it's not a great position for these guys to be in if they want to take the win. But the question is, what's left for MCL to hold him back?
I think MCL does have to pit once again.
Probably.
And then probably what I said at the beginning of the race is probably going to come into fruition. Pitting on a fresh set of softs, like 10 laps to go, is going to give you massive advantage towards other people that are on slightly more used tyres.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, because he's going to pit, right? And then what's going to happen is he'll have some gap on Somatic Coast, but he's going to pick up even more of one to the point where the pit delta is sort of cancelled out, kind of thing.
I thought if it's basically just a small distance between the two, then. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see how that plays out.
Yeah. Thought I'd also mention for some of our viewers that are interested in SRC, they're currently about halfway through their race at Shanghai. 27 of 56 is Sainty leading ahead of Wimmer King and Jai Fletcher. It's a brilliant battle there for 2nd place going on. 19 of 20 still driving at the moment. So yeah, they're about halfway through.
And Exo having a look down the inside of Bird. Bird keeps the position.
Keeps the position, stays in 4th place. We've got less than 20 laps to go. Less than 20 laps to make your moves, and there's right. Where would you think are the main opportunities where you would make a move?
Let's see. Like, on board with ERC Exo, an opportunity to make a move is down this turn, but you really need to be very close to do it. That happened. This is just a good overtaking spot.
It's wide enough. DRS as well.
Yeah. And Ricardo has shown us time and time again in real life it's also a really nice overtaking spot. through here as well. That's again, there's quite a few overtaking spots in my eyes. This is an overtaking spot. Go down the inside, leave each other space, and that's a possible move done already.
Really final couple of corners, starting another lap, and probably into turn 1 as well.
Yeah, turn 1 is also it's a difficult overtaking spot because you have a corner that goes left, right, left again. So quite quick direction changes that need to be made. Going side by side through there isn't always very good, but it is an overtaking opportunity there. People have made it work.
Yeah, I was going to say you would lose a lot of time going through there as well.
Exactly that, and you make yourself vulnerable for an attack from another car behind. That one which passes an overtaking spot. Oh, yellow flags.
That is McVitie's retiring in the pit lane. Unfortunate there for the McLaren, but he's decided that is that and has put his racing wheel out of the steering rack and called it time there, unfortunate for the McLaren. So 8 drivers still remain.
And we still have quite a long way to go. Just about 16 laps to go.
Good to see, yeah?
Yeah, 16 laps. Yeah, 16 laps.
Yeah,
to go.
I think. Yeah,
Automatic
that's
coast.
something like how the maths works. I always get confused with how the lap maths works. I'll be honest.
Because I'm not sure that the final lap also counts. Now it's 15 laps.
Something like
that.
that.
And MCL is 10 seconds ahead. I'm just still building up that gap. At the moment. So, still there, behind Bird,
Let me
wanting to
have a
make
look at something. Singapore pit lane delta.
Those are usually 20.
Yeah, they're usually
20
around about 20 seconds. Let's have a look. My research is not helping me. Right, we'll focus on this battle with EXO while I constantly keep looking at the research pages. I'm looking through FIA documents now.
Well, in the meantime,
trying to figure out what's happening here.
In the meantime, as Casper is looking at FIA documents, yeah, McVitie leaves the session. Unfortunate for him, but yeah, it is what it is. Singapore is a difficult circuit for whatever reason. You may retire. It's always difficult to not have something happen to you around here, as EXO is really close now to ERC Bird. Soft tyres still holding up quite well, 10 laps on them so far against the hards. Let's see if EXO can make a move. Opens up to DRS 5th, 6th, 7th. Let's see, does he go into 8th? Yes, he does go into 8th now, and he has a nice run. Around the outside.
Good run there. Oof,
and
how close do you like?
Yeah, he just cleared Bird's front wing right there and managed to get past him quite nicely indeed. Beautiful overtake around the outside, clean by the two of them.
My research did not prove fruitful, unfortunately.
It is about 20 to 22 seconds usually.
Yeah,
and
that sounds about right, but I thought it might be a bit bigger. Purely because of the amount of speed that the lack thereof of speed that you carry
Silverstone
through the pit entry.
Is definitely the longest,
considering, but here we go, Bird.
Bird
thought he was going to go for it into 13. But yeah, sort of like the lack thereof of carrying speed into the final couple of corners and the pit lane exit as well.
That's probably one of the most challenging pit exits, pit entries in the calendar.
Oh, easily.
11 seconds is the gap between MCL and Dramatic Coast. They're still building up that gap. You see EXO being tailed by Bird right now after making an overtake of the previous lap. Let's see if Bird can retaliate immediately now.
Less than 15 laps to go here in Marina Bay. And the banks here
now,
in Southeast Asia. Well, I said 15 is less. 13 is less than 15.
Yes.
We do expect most of these guys to pit once more, other than possibly someone like, let's have a look at tyres, Bird, Shaggy, maybe even Somatic Coast if you can pull those mediums out, but I don't know if he's going to be able to, especially for the next 13 or so laps. These guys head into the Singapore Sling for 49th time in the race so far.
Really close still to EXO at the moment. Those soft tyres do seem to be slowly fading away now for EXO.
But we do, but again, we do expect him to pit once again, because even in my most optimistic predictions, I don't think he's going to be able to get anywhere near 23 laps on a set of soft tyres. If we were somewhere like Zandvoort, possibly, because it's a short track, but this is a slightly longer track.
It's the longest race of the season, Singapore.
Usually is.
Yes, and it's proven. For me, it is 11 p.m. now. This is usually the time I go to bed, actually, because work in the morning. Obviously, this time not the case. Longer race, many safety cars, obviously extend race distance a little bit.
And it's the same thing in real life as well, because obviously there is a known problem with this circuit, and it's that yes, the distance is, you know, sort of 62, so what, just under 5 kilometers. But you spend a lot of that time through slow speed corners, and the high likelihood of stuff like safety cars, meaning that you often don't even get to complete 62 laps, especially in the early days.
Yeah, but I think every race has been completed on this. Pretty sure every race that was disputed here.
Barely, every race, every race has like finished, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they haven't finished, but what I mean is that some of them, the whole 2-hour time limit was why it ended, not because of the amount of laps.
I think that we never had that. I think they managed to complete all the laps as well. 2015 was pretty close, I think, to the limit.
Yeah, no, I think it was. I remember watching. It was one of the Sebastian Vettel years where they had to go to time.
I think they managed to finish it as well. I think 2015 also was where they had to time it to like the time ran out on the final lap. I think like the two race hours went by on the final lap, so it's perfect timing, because we had lots of safety cars that race as well, with the fan on the track as well. Accidents happening here and there.
Was there a fan on the track?
Yes, 2015. There was a fan on one part of the circuit. I think it's coming up right now. We're going through with ERC Bird just after the hairpin. This is on the left
just
side.
Just this front stretch.
Yes, on the left side, right here. Apparently there was a fan walking down the street. Yeah, and they had to. I don't know. He just and then he left by himself as well. Just jumped over the fence and said goodbye.
How do you do that?
I don't know
how do you accidentally walk on a live track?
I don't know how he did it.
There should have been some form of like security or whatnot to stop it. Like, how does that just happen?
I don't know.
Like,
honestly,
that's what I don't understand.
It happens from time to time. We even had like a family car get onto the racetrack in Jeep. It was Korea 2012, I think. Was
Korea.
that? Yeah.
Now,
Korea.
we'll go on board with Bird, and I'll tell you why to me that is a surprise. Getting a little closer to Exeter, but I don't think he's going to get close enough for a move. He might pull off a massive dive bomb. Is he going to try for it? No, so he stays in 4th place. I'll tell you why that's surprising to me. It's not a street circuit. Korea is obviously a purpose-built facility.
Exactly. Yeah, but you had a family car on that occasion coming out. There was a safety car. Instead of there being a safety car, it was a normal Jeep.
Maybe because the safety car ran out of fuel or something. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. No, the safety car did come out afterwards, but I need to look at it. I need to look at it again to be sure. But pretty sure.
I'll let you look at it after the race. I think.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty interesting. I mean, you don't often get to see, cars, just normal cars that are on track. So, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Here's Bird. Is he going to look for it?
Yeah, he's really close now. Yeah.
No, he's going to stay behind. These pair are really evenly matched, and them to actually make a move is unlikely. You've also got to bear in mind these guys are in the same party as well. So yeah, so...
Right, alright, understand.
Also worth bearing in mind, but there goes Exo deep into turn 1.
I want to say as well, I noticed, MCL has not been pulling away anymore. He's actually losing a little bit of time now too, because those soft tyres are starting to drop off a little bit.
He's going to have to pick up a set of tyres. How far behind Sematic is really going to come out is the crucial question. And is going to be able to make that up in that amount of time.
If he even does pit, that's the question.
Is it worth the risk of not pitting though?
I don't think so. It depends, because if he does pit, he's going to end up behind ERC Bird.
I don't see it being worth it, especially considering that both Exo and Bird can defend. We've seen it before, they can defend very damn well. So it's not particularly going to be a surprise if it takes them a little bit of time for MCL to get through. As here comes Bird. No, he stays in 4th place, but he's going to be really close here on the exit of turn 13. He's going to go to the left, to the right. He's going to go to the right. No, he's just going to stay behind these guys. Now.
Oh, he's run wide though a little bit.
Goes a little deep, which I'm not surprised that there's no move happening, purely because, again, these guys are in the same party. They know each other like the back of their fingers, sort of thing. So it's, I'm not really surprised that they're staying put.
I think he's just trying not to overtake him there, because it's safer to overtake down the DRS straight. This is coming up now.
I mean, it's still very possible to overtake into 15. We've seen it before. It's happened before already in this race, but he's got the drive here, and I think you're right. He probably thinks it is a safer move, and that's exactly what he's done, and he gets into 3rd place.
Nice thing, it gets back. So soft tyres are starting to die off a little bit for Exo, as well as MCL. Gap has stayed around 11 seconds. It's not increased or decreased, just stagnated a little bit at the moment.
So, lap 54 of 62, 9 I believe laps to go, just under, because MCL's almost about to finish his lap now. So we'll just say 8 laps to go. And MCL ahead of Sematicos by 11 seconds.
MCL would kind of touch the wall there with both his front and rear tyres, both left and right side tyres there.
We'll see if that causes any damage over the next couple of moments.
Didn't look like it.
We are somewhat expecting him to pit, but we're somewhat not expecting him to pit at the same time. So we'll see what happens now. Wouldn't be a surprise if he does. It wouldn't be a surprise if he doesn't. In fact, he's coming up on the back markers for the Ferraris now as well.
Yeah. Yeah, racers calm down very much right now. It's big gaps between all the drivers.
I'll tell you what, yes, the gaps are big, but it's been a damn good race regardless. ERC has once again delivered, and you know, I can't complain. Ooh, hits the wall again.
Did he hit the wall again?
Right, he's hit it again. It's either lag or he's actually hitting the wall. I'm not sure. He's not losing time. In fact, he's gaining some.
Really unlimited.
But I'm hoping that, you know, this lag, I assume it's lag anyway, the lag isn't going to cause too much of a problem for the Swedish man, who, as it turns out, is also a Liverpool FC fan.
Liverpool. Okay.
Liverpool. Liverpool.
Now through the final corner he goes. 12.1, 12.2. 12 seconds.
So he's still gaining time. So it's about 11.7, so it's about a half-second gain on Somatic Coast. I don't think he's going to pit now. Too late.
Well, 7 laps are still a lot, but let's see what he does.
He needs to be start losing time about now for Somatic Coast to be able to make up some time, but he's not. Pastileo's got a 3-second time penalty. That is for a multiple track limits violations. We assume anyway.
Yeah, it should be that.
Into turn 8 for the 56th time in this race, into what was once the Singapore Sling, the thing that destroyed suspensions and dreams. Over the bridge into turn 12, which actually, as I found out a little while back, the Singapore track actually needs its own electrical casing, because if you change gear at a specific point on the bridge, your electrics just go into shutdown.
Oh yeah, that is true. The magnetic field around the Singapore racetrack does cause many issues.
Yeah.
For these race cars, but 2015 again, mentioning 2015, Mercedes were heavily impacted by that as well. Like not only track, like not the track characteristics were making the car undrivable, but also apparently the magnetic field around that area of the circuit caused issues for reliability of electronic components from Mercedes.
It does seem that Singapore, at least in real life, is sort of a bit of like a bogey track kind of thing, where we saw it this season gone, where Red Bull did brilliantly in every single race except for Singapore, right? Season before that, Max Verstappen was doing very well. Not quite as dominant, but he was still doing very well. His teammate won. We've seen it in previous years. It's sort of like a bit of an off track, especially with dominant seasons.
True. That's true. And Singapore always delivers. Especially as a Ferrari fan myself, I always look forward to Singapore because usually it's a good race for Ferrari, and this last year has been the case.
I was going to say, it definitely was last year.
Yeah, the only non-Red Bull win of the season.
Which also, funnily in fact, Ferrari stopped, I think it was...
McLaren 1998 as well.
Exactly.
88, yeah.
Yep.
1 week after the death of Enzo Ferrari, I think, Ferrari managed to win with a 1-2 at the home Grand Prix at Monza.
That's a hell of a race to win. Like,
indeed. Unfortunately, not on pure pace. Yeah.
Yeah. As we just go into final 5 laps, that is still one hell of a race to win. Anyway, I mean, it's not often that, you know, a person as big as Ferrari, you know, passes away. God rest his soul. And then to win after such a magnetic effect, like thing like that, it's certainly like a unique event kind of thing. It's like 94 San Marino kind of thing.
Yeah, it's big impact. It was a massive impact for them, but they still, even though they didn't win on pure pace, because both McLarens required to be retired in some way or another to actually get the lead and win. But hey, regardless,
Listen. A win is a win,
a win is a win in the end.
regardless of how it happens. As long as it's not controversial or anything. You know what race I'm talking about.
There's multiple, yeah, there's multiple.
There's quite a few I could be talking about.
But I don't know which one you mean specifically, yeah.
Yeah. I assume all of you watching at home know which one I mean as well. As long as it's not, massively controversial, nothing changed that would drastically change the future of the sport, like, a win is a win. Oh, back end there from MCL sliding out, sorry.
Does it really calm down quite a bit? The last 10 laps, ever since Bird's overtake on exit, things have really started to fall into place. People have fallen into their paces and their gaps. So it's a bit of a more chill finale than we usually have had, which is also a nice change of pace.
Exactly. I mean, it's not. It doesn't always have to be chaos pause, chaos pause, chaos pause. It could just be. It just could be start and then just a slow finish. It can't be a 10 out of 10 race every time. Otherwise, it'd all be sort of 6 out of 10.
If everything were a 10, nothing would be.
Exactly.
Basically, and MCL is still delivering with his driving. Like, he's missing walls narrowly. He's on the limit with his driving. It looks like from the off-board, he's just missing the walls by millimeters. Look at that, rear end stepping out, sliding, almost tapping the wall. Really putting the work.
We're on 3 laps to go now as well, and Somatic Coast is trying his damnedest to try and catch up, but I don't think even someone like an actual F1 driver could catch up 5 seconds per lap around Singapore without cooking your tyres.
I don't think that's possible either, yeah. At the moment, nobody's done it yet. But it's still not over yet. He still needs to cross the line. He still needs to secure that win, because anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to quote a good friend Mike Boyce, you can't say anything till Fat Lady sings. So, so you really can't predict anything. Especially with ERC, it's very difficult to make any kind of predictions.
That's so close to the wall from MCL once again.
He's absolutely loving them all, trying to give each and every single one individually a little smooch on the cheek, evidently.
Maybe a way for him to cope with some people, like Max Verstappen, for example, in real life likes to push all the time because it keeps his concentration high.
Possibly.
Yeah, so
maybe that's what Max Verstappen. Oh, look at that! That is a man who knows what his car is able to do and pushing it to its very limit. 2 laps to go here in ERC, and it's been a relatively quiet end to the race. We're still glad to have you all along with us. We've only got about 5 minutes left of the race, less than that even.
Yeah, it does give us a chance to also talk about, just have a chill chat, maybe with the chat as well. If anyone is watching.
If you've got any questions, of course, do let us know. But I'm going to ask, with obviously the race isn't finished technically, but the main bits sort of have. Who would you say is driver of the day?
That's a good question.
While you think about that, I'm just going to go for the easy, obvious answer and say MCL. I mean, this is his first race this season, first race back for quite a while, and for him to bring back sort of the pace that we saw last season, the sort of dominant pace that we saw, like, that is after quite some time out. it's pretty amazing to see. So glad to have you back, Adrian. Well done.
Indeed, indeed. I do have to say I do sort of agree with you, but I want to check something real quick.
Then while you check that, careful there, mate. Careful, don't hit the wall on exit. We've seen too many incidents there today. Final lap has just been started by MCL, which means we've got just under 5 kilometers left to go in this race. It's been a pretty interesting race today. Safety cars, passes left, right, centre, corks in bottles, corks cracked open, action in near enough every single corner, and it was glad to have you all along with us as MCL heads into turn 6.
His tyres look pretty clean as well. That's the thing. Like I don't see wear on them.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out sort of at the end what's happened to those tyres, but
yeah, props to him for bringing them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such good pace, yeah.
There's a lot to. I think for some of these drivers, there is a lot to learn from sort of MCL's pace. See how he's treating the tyres nicely, caring for them, that sort of thing. As MCL now enters the final sector. Turn 13, only a couple more corners to navigate. Back end sliding like we thought at the start of the race. So starting to struggle slightly with the car once again, but it's been an absolute dominant start from here. Red led from about halfway through the race and hasn't really looked back. Here he comes back to winning ways. MCL back on the top step. He wins the 100th Grand Prix in the Singapore 100. Can't get my words out today. Somatic Coast in second place. He's coming up to the line now. Bird's valiant efforts to try and catch up unfortunately result in a third place, but still good for his championship hunt. EXO in fourth place, so the points difference between those two isn't going to change very much. Shaggy in fifth. I was hopeful for a podium, we were, but not today. Pasteleo is going to finish in sixth place despite those extra penalties, and now we've just got Ricaz to navigate essentially half of the whole lap before we can wrap up.
Yeah. And just waiting for the two Ferraris. Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Well, how has that happened?
Oh. How's that happened? Hold on, race director.
What? Sorry?
Okay. What's happened there? I'm not fully sure what's happened there.
I don't know either, but I'm pretty sure.
He did finish the race.
Yeah,
right.
Strange, but
it
we
must be that maybe he left the session early or something. I don't know.
Possibly just a glitch in the game once again.
Possibly just
one. We know he finished. We know he finished in second place.
Yeah, we've got stream proof that he has finished in second place, which is completely like I don't fully understand that. But you know, we'll figure it out. As we can see MCL taking up the podium. Should be Somatic Coast and then Bird, but it's Bird then EXO for whatever reason. I'm not fully sure why. But the results are sort of on your screen. In fact, yeah, they are, because Somatic Coast is still 11.1 seconds behind, and then Bird is 13.9. So the timings are right, they're just horrifically out of order. Bird, if you're watching, I can only apologise. I don't know what's happened there, mate. But your results are on screen now. Next week, we're going to be in Japan. We're going to be in Suzuka. It's going to be an absolutely picturesque race. Be sure to also join us tomorrow for FSC. That's going to be on the main channel. And then Masters is also going to be on Sunday on the main channel. Glad to have you along. It's goodbye from the Angelo.
The Angelo says goodbye, everyone. Have a nice evening. And actually, it's almost time to sleep for me as well. So, good night, everyone.
Right, well, off you pop, mate. Good night, everyone. And we'll all see you hopefully next week. Tra.